Well, good morning, everybody. Hopefully everyone is having a good Monday. We are back with, another installment of Dungeons, Dragons, and Space Shuttles, our usual Monday fare. Would probably help if I brought the game screen up. There we go. And you do not need to still be going because you are not playing. But yes, I hope that everyone had a good weekend and that everyone's Monday is going well, whatever point of the day you might be in. So I don't really remember where we left off. I did do some work online, and I guess I could actually show that off first. The biggest thing of which was just building a pen for the hippocampi, of which I have 2 now, because I found another one when I was out wandering around getting more sandstone. So yeah, they're both tamed, and they are really, really speedy in the water. They're a lot of fun. Hello, ho! How are you doing today? I don't really think I did much else more offline, except for going out and collecting a lot of blood. Yes, the hippocampuses. Hippocampi. I think hippocampi would be the correct plural since they're Greek. But I don't know. I did end up pulling a lot of stuff to hopefully get some quest progression done. So that will be fun. And in fact, I can take this stuff down and throw it into the smeltery while I'm thinking about it. Yes, I am sick, so I will try to mute, but I apologize for any sniffling. The flu is hitting a couple of the school districts around here really hard, and there's some sort of respiratory bug going around my work as well. So yeah, it's a lot of fun. But I did take medicine to hopefully stop the sniffling, and that should be kicking in at some point. But yeah, gotta love winter. And especially with the inconsistent weather that we've been having around here the past month or so, it seems like every bug possible is showing up. Morning, Chuck. I've tried nasal sprays, and unfortunately for like a quick thing, it doesn't work. It actually makes it a lot worse before it starts to clear things up. So we need these parts to complete quests in the blacksmith, no, not blacksmith's workshop. This one, the ores and allies. So 2 large sword blades. And those are going to take a while to cool. At some point I need to come up with a name for the zombie horse. The skeleton horse is Allosair, which, if I'm remembering correctly, is actually the name of one of the Lords of Hell. Something like that. Frederick for a zombie horse? That could work. I'll have to see if I have a name tag floating around. But yes, how was being on duty yesterday, Hell? Hopefully you didn't get into too much trouble. Because it was boring, or because you had a lot of work to do? That's not too bad. I mean, I suppose in a situation like that, it's a little bit better to be on duty and bored than for things to be interesting. Because interesting does not always imply good. Moving on to new things. That'll be interesting. 16 boron ingots, which I'm pretty sure I have. Definitely have. Mixed metals ingot. Which is steel, bronze, and tin. Hopefully it doesn't actually have to be in any particular order, but it probably does. There we go. That would definitely make for an interesting day. And getting bit by a human is not pleasant. I can imagine that that would be a interesting 2 a.m. phone call. Okay, this should be the last piece. Almost done. We had something kind of like that happen at one of the schools that I went to. One of the guys ended up getting into an illegal substance that he shouldn't have and decided to go streaking through the school buildings. Yeah, it was definitely a interesting experience. He ended up going into a couple of the classrooms, including the one that I was in. Thank you for the host, Invis. Much appreciated. Though it was like late fall in Alaska, so there wasn't much to see. Good morning to you as well. He didn't really do much other than wander around the classrooms and hallways and be a nuisance until the cops showed up. Because campus security couldn't really do anything about it at the time with the policies that were in place. Okay, that was all the steel that I had in there. Then there was also the bear that got into one of the buildings, but thankfully no classes were in session at that point. So 50 Tiberium. I have a whopping 3. You are staying with me. Nope. You go there, you go there. I should probably bring in a bow just to be safe. Bring in the infinity bow for now, and maybe this as a secondary, just in case. My backpack disappeared somewhere. That's right, it's in here waiting for an upgrade. Okay, so that's in the advanced crafting table. There we go. Slightly bigger backpack. That's not what I wanted. Thank you very much for the host, Hal. 'Tis appreciated. Okay, time to stop procrastinating and go see how many times I die in the nether. Ow. Okay. So I'm not going to make the dumb mistake and mine this stuff right here, because with my luck, it would blow up my portal. I do need more quartz as well, because I ran out of that. Quite the step down there. I really should bring... Ah! Not into the lava! Out. I'm gonna die. Whew, just barely didn't die. But I think that we might wait it out here for a second. In somewhat relative safety. I haven't quite decided what I would like to do with them yet. Because some of the things that I've seen other people do, like, you know, channel points for an AMA question. I don't know. Like, if people ask me questions, I'm typically fine with answering them, but I also don't want to put myself into a position where I might be answering uncomfortable questions, or I might feel pressured to answer uncomfortable questions. AMA is Ask Me Anything. And I'm generally comfortable answering people's questions if they ask, but, you know, there's some topics that I don't necessarily want to talk about. And when you have it as a reward for a channel points type thing, then it kind of makes you feel obligated to answer those questions. That scared the crap out of me. It also lost me all of my Tiberium. Yeah, I should have picked it up beforehand, but that requires thinking ahead, which isn't something I'm good at. There's a reason I don't play strategy games. And I think that there is a way that you can mine it to where it doesn't explode. But I haven't figured that out yet. I don't know if DBD is a short-term strategy game, not a long-term strategy game. If there's really any strategy to it at all. It's mostly just kind of doing something stupid and hoping for the best. Ow. Yeah, that is pretty much it. Because Dead by Daylight is the perfect example of the old adage, plans never survive contact with the enemy. That's a fortress out... No, that's not a fortress out there. I thought it was a fortress out there. Oh, this isn't going to end well. Nope. Ah! Well, at least I'm down here now, even if I did die. There's still a fire squid down there. Yeah, I know about the whole, ow, shift on magma blocks thing. It was more the suddenly being attacked while on the magma blocks that startled me. But that is one to add to the death count. And I've made a deal with myself, given how many video games I play, how often, and how many times I die, that for each death, I'm going to do a certain number of either, like, sit-ups or push-ups, depending on what my shoulder can handle. Because I will be the first to admit, I am not the most in-shape person in the world. Nowhere near, really. Yeah, but the bad thing about push-ups is the near permanent shoulder issues. Ow. I am getting distracted again, but I want to check out what that tower over there is. If I can find a way over there without getting myself killed. Let me kill you, buddy. There we go. Thought that I heard a blaze, but couldn't tell where from. Oh, hi. Okay, don't hit the pigmen, because I really don't want them all angry with me. And apparently somewhere along the way I killed one of the lizard things. Ah, hi. Go away. I don't know if I want to be right on that ledge there, because I don't know how much material there is. While it does thankfully put your grave on the nearest solid surface, sometimes said solid surface isn't easy to reach. Here we go. I do much prefer bows in Minecraft to swords. I don't know if he just despawned or not. And I don't have any coal on me right now. How much do we want to bet that it's a bad idea to block up to that thing? not knock me off of my... That's a ghast. Ow. That was a miss. Ow, what is... I'm just getting attacked by everything. I really just need to have that command copy and pasted. Where's my grave? And why are there always so many of these guys around? Ah! Don't dodge my arrows. At least I'm getting a lot of blaze powder, which I did need for something. Where are you? I think one of my armor pieces broke somewhere along the line. Ow! Let me do this while I'm thinking about it. There we go. It's going to be annoying because he's one of the special ones. I think he's got regen as an ability. I should set it so it's a follower command. Or subscriber command would probably be better. I hear you over there. Oh, it just missed. Oh, don't hit the pigmen. Something is making weird sounds around me. I don't know what's going on. What are you? A Mogus? Why are you barking at me? It's a bizarre sound. Okay, I'm getting distracted killing these guys. Alright, let's try this again. Ow. Am I at the point where it's, heading towards the definition of insanity yet? Doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result? Probably at least nearing that point. Hi, you. So for now, I might just back off and come back to it later. Haha. Oh yeah, my chest plate broke. Because I needed to get the Tiberium crystals. Ow. And then I got distracted and squirreled and decided to go see what the shiny thing over in the corner was. Because that's what I have a tendency to do. I am slowed. You go away, please. Thank you. Ooh, there's a lot of you over there. Ah! Fire squid! No! Bad. Yes, because digging straight into a wall in the nether. Yeah, I did go see it. It's what I almost died twice trying to climb up to. Or what I died 3 times trying to get to. I'm not entirely sure because I never actually got into the building. But it's this little ghast-looking fortress thing. Ow, what just hit me? You hit me. Why did you hit me? Okay, relative safety. At least for a moment. At least until I dig into lava or something like that. You guys make weird sounds when you die. I'm also kind of trying to get over to this fortress. Now that I see that there's a entrance point to it up there. It's not a bad one. This is one of the bows that you can get as a random loot drop. No, not a skelly drop. I think I actually got it out of a loot bag. That was a good shot. I do plan on making a crossbow at some point, just because as far as the Tinker's Construct goes, it is my preferred bow of choice. Don't hit the pigman. You can die. You can die. I don't know what's trying to throw me around. This guy. I'm really glad I looked before just kind of dropping down into the random pool of lava. Ow. Not nice. Inventory might be full. Oh yes, inventory definitely full. I need to look into what it would take to make a what? Actually, you can come back here and I will try to plant you somewhere. Hi. Look into what it would take to make mending moss as an add-on modifier for my Tinker's stuff. I think it requires some more Botania, though. Nope, you fell. Yeah! Okay, apparently those guys break down into lava. Which makes sense, I mean, magma cubes. Ow. Okay, my bow is about to die as well. Ah! Bad idea to try to make a break for it. Okay, let me go get my stuff back, and then we'll look into what it would take to make some mending moss. As soon as I add another death. That I can at least type correctly. No, in this chest. This will just go in here and I'll sort it out later. Okay. I also need to remember to grab a new chest plate. Mending moss. So it requires prudentium ingots and a ruin of earth. Which requires a runic altar. So bricks, living rock, gold, electrosilicone, which is electrotine around there's one, and I'm actually growing electrotine down here. And did I need that for a quest? Oh, I need the seeds, but I haven't unlocked those yet. Wrong buttons. Okay, that's the recipe. So there's those. That's not what I'm looking for. Ten living rock. Which I do not have. I will need to make more bricks. And of course, to make living rock, I need stone. You're molten lumium. I don't need you in there. What do I need? White magic essence. How does one make that? With white magic dust. Which is beeswax, glowstone dust, illumination powder, or magic wax. Okay. No. Up. There we go. You guys can go in there. I'm probably messing up some sort of grand progression scheme, but I would like to get mending moss on this stuff. While I still have modifiers left. While I'm out here, I can go ahead and make the mana diamond. And we do have enough. So just have to wait for these to transfer over. Which might take a while. So while I was building that, because I had to cut down on some of this slope here to make it work, I actually ended up removing the entirety of the path that I had around here. Because I wasn't really using the path anyway, it was more there for aesthetic. I am going to need to go out and collect some more clay. Two blocks of gold. And a block of silicon, which is 9 of the discs. Not the compactor, need the sawmill. Okay, so there's most of it, just waiting for one more living rock. And then the bricks. For which I need to go collect more. Hello, Bloodshard. Thank you very much for the host. Most appreciated. What am I looking for? I don't actually know what I'm looking for anymore. The living rock is outside. Clay would be outside. Whee! There's still a dragon over there that I should probably take care of at some point. Oh, while I was online over the weekend, when we get back to the house, remind me to show you guys the dragons. Because I had a lot of time on my hands while waiting for the steel production to go through. Oh, that's dirt. Didn't need dirt. We'll need dirt eventually. Possibly. But I hope that you're doing well, Bloodshard. And actually, I'm going to wait until I'm back on the surface, otherwise I will probably drown trying to do this. But let me... That's not the command. How did your interview go, Bloodshard? Because that was supposed to be this past week, correct? It's good to hear that it went smoothly. The waiting is always the most difficult part. Hopefully you have better luck than I do. I just heard back on a application I put in like 3 months ago. I need to go back out and get that last block of living rock. But I think for the runic altars, I also need to up my mana production again, because I do think that it requires a input of mana. The little slimes are so annoying. But yes, hopefully your interview, hopefully the decision is in your favor. Okay, so while I'm waiting for that stuff to cook, Do the gold coils. I did have a bunch of stuff that I gathered while waiting for steel production to go through. So can go ahead and start moving through some of the tier 2 quests. Is the alchemical imbuer. Helps if I spell things correctly. Hey, congratulations! PC repairs are always fun. Okay, fluid transposer. Welcome back in, Invis. Okay, reinforced alloy is used in the crafting of several devices and is required for the production of atomic alloy. It is created by infusing enriched alloy with a diamond, or with diamond in a metallurgic infuser. Nice! It's always a good thing when you can get one computer issue solved. So that's diamond dust and an enriched alloy. Okay, you go in there. Need 5 redstone, steel, and a diamond. Hopefully it works in the pulverizer to get diamond dust. Probably should have checked that before just kind of throwing it in there. But too late now. Diamond dust. Should get some speed upgrades going on this at some point. Right now it's not something that I'm using often enough that it's a major concern, but if I start going through and automating some things, some speed upgrades will definitely be necessary. But there's that. And I got a chicken spawn egg thing. I have a bunch of spawn eggs that I've gotten as random quest rewards. I can't talk today. Nope, you come back here because I need you. So now I just need the white magic essence. You can come in here. You are still brewing. Which I do have some of. Question is, will it be enough? Magma crucible. Or smelting. So 1 equals 1,000. And for the altar, I need 2,000, so just 2 thrown in the smelter. And hopefully it can be transported with buckets reasonably. So with this, we should have the runic altar, which means we will be 1 step closer to making mending moss. If that turns out to be a quest farther down the line, I'm going to be a little upset that I jumped the gun on it. Now the question is, do I remember how you work? I should probably check the manual for Botania. That's why they make those books. They are sometimes helpful as a guide. Runic altar. Runic creation is a rather important complex in the advancement of the botanical magics. First and foremost, though, this type of crafting requires decent knowledge of mana manipulation. Before proceeding further, a read through the important entries on that section of the Lexica Botania might prove enlightening. Extremely important components of magical devices. To utilize this runic altar, start by placing via either right-click or simply tossing the components of the rune you want to create. Okay. So I'm going to need to make more mana producing items, and I'll need the wand. Actually, I'll bring out charcoal, since that's easier to make. And what does it take to make the... So I'll need 2 mana steel ingots, 2 tin ingots, 2 mana powders. Okay, there's 2 tin, 2 mana steel, 2 bones, 2 mana powder. Nope, that's not what I wanted. A block of inferium coal. and bog earth, which is dirt and sand around a bucket of water. Okay. And I'll also need 2 pieces of living rock. I think. Yeah, it did say living rock in the book. Okay. So I think that we have everything we need for this to work. Nope, come back here, you. Or at least we will once those transform. I am going to link you there. Okay, so that is starting to produce. Go away, please, slimes. Okay, now how do we tell when it's gotten enough? It is connected. Good morning, Elaknor. Hope you are doing well. Seriously, slimes, go away. I am in the middle of trying to do magic stuffs. I forgot something. I forgot the bog earth. That's probably why it's not working. Recertifying for CPR is always a good thing. I actually should do that at some point. Get my CPR and first aid certifications back up to date. Oh, and if you guys remember last time, where was it? It was in, I was trying to figure out how to make the lesser tartaric gem. It turns out that reading the quest book description is actually helpful because the recipe in the mod pack says that it requires 0 will. But it's changed, and if I would have read the description here, I would have known that because it requires 60 will to be present in the gem, and then it uses 20 of that. So we'll actually be able to make the lesser tartaric gem. But that's cool that they offer the classes since it's a requirement for employment. Woohoo! There's one. Now I just need to make one more. And then we can reconnect this back up to the mana pool. Oops. Hello, butterfly. A Scotch Angus. Which just kind of makes me think of a drunk cow. This takes a while. But it's good that we went ahead and got this set up, because I do think that I need ruins for bits and pieces of armor down the road. I don't remember, though. I could look into what the different runes are used for, but that would be the easy way out. Okay, so that's the 2 ruins of Earth taken care of. Now I just need 4 prudentium ingots, 4 slime blocks. Nope, that's not what I wanted. Those slimes are very annoying. Nope, come back here. And I also need some of you. I don't remember if it's 4 or 9. 4. Would help if I actually got the stuff to make the 4 that I needed. And I am very much running low on iron. Okay, there's those. And then hopefully it will accept different kinds of cobblestone or moss stone mixed together. Ew, it doesn't. Why did it accept it on the top then? Accepts any block mossy. Oh, that's easy enough. That's stone essence and nature essence, all of which I'm making in the basement. Because that's where everybody puts their farms. Right? Hey, there we go. So that worked. So we now have 2 clumps of mending moss. And we can head down here. Add it onto the longsword. And the pickaxe. And I might as well just haul all of you guys upstairs, because I think I need you for quests. Mystical agriculture. Do I... yeah, I'll need to use essence for that. Oh, nice! Congrats on your progress there. I'm still gonna have to look into that mod pack and see what it's all about. So I need 64. I could probably just go out and chop down some trees rather than spending all of the essence to make them. Unless you specifically have to use essence. But that would be a little bizarre if you did. So 64 smooth stone. It's not quite what I wanted to do. Which is... oh, it's a 9x9. Or it's a 3x3. That's what I meant to say. So going to need more essence to finish those. Rotten flesh is easy enough. Not that I don't already have a bunch of that sitting in here. Coal is just an 8. And rubber is 3. My inventory is such a mess right now, I do apologize for that. Okay, it does work if you already just have it laying around. Okay, so that's just 3 of the essence. And mystical light blue flowers is 3 vertical. Okay, now to offload some of this stuff back down into the chest. So I will still need to finish up some of those. Need to get more oak wood and more stone. But after that, I should be caught up with the magical agriculture or mystical agriculture stuff. Actually, instead of doing that, just do claim all. Much easier than clicking through everything, though it does mean I need to make a run back downstairs to that chest. All right. So that is at least some of that stuff taken care of. I have most of the kitchen workshop stuff completed except for this last one, which is going to require killing a lot of critters. So we'll kind of gradually be working on that over time. Okay, but the stuff for the Tartaric gem is here, now that I actually know what I'm doing. Not the blackberries. So now we have the lesser gem.